Hi, I'm Rob and this is Gems of War. In this video I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this class trial in Elementalist, and a couple of alternatives too in case you don't have the troops required. These events are really worth doing because as you do them you'll get extra SP XP towards the class, and if you don't have this on level 100 yet, this is going to be a much quicker way of getting you towards level 100. Alright, first thing I always recommend though is you go into tier 1 and grab this, because this gives you a potion of enchantment, which means all your troops will start enchanted at the start of each and every battle. You gain other stuff too, which is always worth having. Bear in mind that at the end of tier 5 you also get a weapon, Elemental Reach, but don't go spending your hard-earned gems just to get this. This is the class weapon and as such will be available and free when you get 250 class wins in Elementalist class, so no need to spend your gems unless you're utterly mad and desperate to get that weapon as fast as possible. Right, onto the fights itself. We are restricted to troops from Nexus, and they have to be elemental type. And I've got quite a little interesting team here. The Stoneborn Lion, what this does, it deals damage to an enemy and stuns them. And if the enemy dies, which they will do on the early stages of the game, then creates 2 elemental stars and gains an extra turn too. But one of the main benefits to this is the third trait. Creates a brown gem when my turn begins. So with 3 of these, that is going to be 3 brown gems created every single turn. Now with all our team using brown, we are going to use a +2 brown banner as well. +2 brown, +1 purple, -1 yellow. This means we get an absolute load of mana for the team, which gets the whole team charged up really quickly. Black Manacles deals damage to an enemy with a 20% chance to devour someone, which when it happens you will get a boost on your stats at the same time, which is really good. And what we're going to do here is pick a class which is going to benefit this team as well, and I'll show an alternative to these in a moment. Because we're basing this on brown at the moment, the best ones for this are Elementalist class and Titan class in my opinion. Elementalist class on its own will not have a 50% start, but with all this brown you're not going to actually need it that much, and the traits are super useful too. Elemental class, Elemental Force even, stuns, frees, burns and entangles a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. It's just one of the best things in the whole game traits wise, it's absolutely superb. But the talent trees in the Elemental class are superb for a brown based team as well. Snap Freeze is good, Insulated is also very good. Stone Circle, all brown allies gain 3 armor. Storm Aura, create a dust storm at the start of the battle. With these 3 gems of brown we're creating every single turn as well, we're not going to be short of brown in any way, shape or form. And again, really handy if you're a newer player or even a more experienced player and just want the protection. Rock Solid, gain a barrier when matching brown gems, which we're going to be doing a lot. Gain a bonus brown mana from brown gems, so we get super fast charged on brown. You can have Lightning Strike if you prefer. If you prefer that, then that is a good pick at the same time. And Fortitude, immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, lycanthropy and devour. The only real advantage of Titan class over Elementalist class for this particular event is the fact that it's going to start with 50% mana. You can do that if you like. There it is, all giant allies start with 50% mana, but on the talent trees they're kind of similar to the other ones with Stone Circle, Storm Aura, Rock Solid, Lightning Strike or Stone Mastery and Fortitude. But because you get all those benefits from that awesome third Elementalist trait, I would take the Elementalist class. I would swap that 50% fast start for that third trait any old day of the week. So for that reason, I'm going to stay in Elementalist class for this. Right, now just show you a couple of alternatives if you don't have 3 Stoneborn Lions, because there are other troops very similar to this. You have Natureborn Wolf, deals damage to an enemy in the same way, and if the enemy dies, it creates 2 elemental stars and gains an extra turn. So if you don't have 3 Stoneborn Lions, you can throw one of these in as well. Obviously this time you'll create a green gem, so you will not create as many brown at the start, but you'll create an extra green instead. And this is good anyway because this entangles the enemy you put it on, which if you chuck it on the first enemy is going to make your team safe from skull hits. The other one that's very good for this is Waterborne Owl. Deals damage to an enemy in the same way, and if the enemy dies, create 2 elemental stars and gain an extra turn. So with these guys creating all these elemental stars, these generate mana like crazy, and you gain an extra turn at the same time. So you'll see how it works when I start the team, when I start the game, sorry. And Kalika is pretty cool in this event as well. So if you have her, you can throw her in the team and get her waving her arms around and doing loads of random damage. She doesn't look like she can see what she's doing, so she just flails about and just bashes whoever she can, which is why it's random enemies, I suppose. Anyway, so let's show the team. So right at the start of the battle, we're going to create 3 brown gems straight away. That's given us an immediate 3 match, which ordinarily would not have been there. Now we can cast black manacles. And if black manacles doesn't finish everybody off straight away because you're a lower level player or newer to the game, then the rest of your Stoneborn lines will be charged up really, really quickly and just finish the enemy off with those, because you're going to get extra turns at the same time when that damage has been done. There's our extra brown, so we've got extra brown there, which makes charging up manacles nice and easy. Don't have to get the extra 4 matches if you don't want to, but all those bits of gold add up if you're a newer player. Like I say, and you can use this exactly same strategy on the different colours. If you use the equivalent of these troops that uses the green, then you could have, you know, you could try and pick a weapon that had green in it at the same time. Same kind of idea is going to work, but the good thing about this team is we've got the damage to wall element of black manacles. We've got an automatic match there because we got the 3 brown appeared, which gave us an auto match. So this is going to be nice and fast. Didn't get any brown matches there this time, but we've got some purple, so we'll take that. More brown appeared, so now we can get the black manacles up. I'll just show how these work quickly, because when you cast this, you do the damage to the enemy. We've got an extra turn. The elemental stars are really, really cool. They basically, when you collect mana with them, those 4 corners basically shoot out from that blue corner on this one at 2 o'clock position. Basically, a jet will shoot out of there, collect that yellow, collect that yellow, collect that blue, collect that red, and the same happens on the other corners. So this will be collected as well, so with the yellow and so with that brown. So in fact, I'll just slow this down briefly to show that. There you go. Still happened pretty quick, but you get the idea. That was obviously for the benefit of newer players. And that's where these troops come in handy as well. They had a summon there, which our Stoneborn lions can finish off. More class residuals. Alright, I'll then do a few more battles, because this is pretty much how it's gonna work, and it's very, very straightforward. It kind of almost runs itself in a way. That creation of 3 brown every turn should make the generation of brown or collecting it really easy. And sometimes don't cast it straight away like I did then. You may want to actually wait an extra round or 2 and get the Stoneborn lines up as well to make sure you can actually just finish everybody off one after the other. Like now, like for example, we're not going to kill everyone in one go, and these aren't going to be ready by the next round. But if we collect brown now, by the time we cast black manacles, the next Stoneborn line is ready. When we cast that one, the next one is ready. We collect mana as we go along. You don't have to do it this way. We can now cast black manacles, of course, but just showing it for how the team can generate extra turns for itself with those 3 Stoneborn lions there. Like I was saying, if you don't have 3 Stoneborn lines, chuck in the owl one equivalent or the wolf one equivalent. They're still going to kill people. They're still going to get an extra turn. They're still going to generate elemental stars, which is going to charge the team up really, really quickly. Just do these Shall I do one more lot? How long's the video so far? Nah, it's 10 minutes, that'll do. So yeah, that's literally it. I'll just show one more battle. Really straightforward, easy to use. You can use Titan class as well if you like instead, of course. But for an earlier player, I would certainly recommend the Elementalist class. The Entangle particularly being something which is going to stop you receiving a lot of damage, and if you want to as well, you can just collect brown if you want to play it safe, because you get the barrier every single time you collect the brown. Might as well finish off this set now, because it just feels incomplete if you leave a game without completing the whole lot. Bit of a habit of mine. See, here's where you should be able to cast this, generate mana, and that got black manacles up really, really easily. And finish them off. And you're pretty much always going to have a barrier with this team as well. That collecting brown on that rock solid trait is super, super useful. So the combination of Elementalist class, getting those 4 matches, and that protection, as well as rock solid, this is going to be a pretty safe team to run. Quite, you know, as far as you like, as far as you can really. Once you collect as many sigils as you require. But certainly for earlier players or newer players, the combination of Entangle on the first 342 and rock solid is a really nice thing to have. See how those brown just appeared then and just helped get the team charged up? Yeah, this flows really nice with this combination. Right, last one, and that will do. Not much brown there at the start, but we had an auto match there when those 3 appeared, and now we're off to the races already before anything's barely even begun. And that was off. We had a bad start there. There wasn't hardly any brown there at all, but the brown that the team creates is what made this flow. Super easy. We still had a barrier. Yeah, this is a nice little team. Right, well, there's the video. If you found it useful or helpful, be cool if you cool if you clicked that like and subscribe button, because it really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. Don't forget to collect your rewards when you're done. All that Elementalist class XP really adds up, and you'll just jump up a couple of levels sometimes, and you'll think, well, that was definitely well worth doing. And you get all the extra stuff at the same time. So there it is. Good luck with that, and bye for now.